just try that, see if that works. Yeah, so give me a few minutes here to try to figure out the stream here to get the best quality without it trying to go down. It is buffering like crazy, and I'm working on it behind the scenes here, so this may take me a little bit. It's one of those things that you just can't test until you actually physically do it. And once everything runs, and then you have it. But until that time, there's not much I can really do. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it as we speak right now. Let me see here. Gotta plug in the laptop first, hang on. There we go. Sound quality might be better, but now I gotta work on the latency issue now. It says the stream health is good at 3700. Alright, let me try something. One of those things, once as I said, once I get this figured out and fixed, then we'll never have to worry about the problem ever again. Okay, I'm watching it now, and I move the Wi-Fi extender, and So far, so good. We're about 35 seconds on delay, but I'm watching it right now, and I don't see any delays. I don't see any lag. I think I figured it out. I could be wrong. So I think we're good. I think we're in good shape right now, so I think we are okay. Make sure to message me in the comments. I have it pulled up here, so this way you'll be able to see it, and we'll just go from there, and hopefully we should be in good shape. I don't foresee it being a huge problem. I don't know, but I think we're good. I think we are good. No lag or buffering. That is great. Okay. So the Wi-Fi extender, I think, was just too close to the computer and not close enough to the router. I will still work on a bunch of things and get a lot of stuff taken care of. But right now it's Ray Clay 2 says no lag. Daggers says woohoo. So we are good to go. So welcome everybody. As we are going to shoot wide field tonight. Going away from the moon right now. We're actually going to be heading into the wonderful Perseid meteor showers. And the Perseids are not until August 12th, but you could, and I'm saying could, get some laggers. So you can get some stranglers out near there, which is great. And where they will be is just below Cassiopeia, so down towards the bottom of the screen. I did label them on the left camera, so you can actually see the Big Dipper, Polaris, and Cassiopeia. Those are the two big constellations that you'll see in the night sky if you look up north. Polaris is what you use to, align your mounts, whether it be an equatorial mount or you have a pier mount. Either way, you have to face north. As the night will go along, you will actually see the Big Dipper actually go down. Cassiopeia is going to be going up. And they just follow like a record, all the way around, counterclockwise, all through every night. The right-hand camera right now, it's at 35 millimeters, so it's shooting wide field. It's not shooting much right now. I got stars, but that's about it. I'm going to shoot a 3-minute exposure, see where we stand. It is tracking right now as we speak. So we should be good. And then the left side, of course, I've labeled everything here. It's T7 Astro camera, 100 degree angle lens. So that's going to be great for getting meteor showers. And I'll be using that all throughout August and September, all the way through the rest of the year. And then, of course, this is a modified camera here on a 35 by 100 millimeter zoom lens. So it is a great travel setup. The setup that I usually use for home is actually sitting inside. I am not bringing it out tonight because of the moon, so I'm not going to use it. So what I use that one for is I have a dual setup also, and it's an apochromatic refractor along with a Sigma lens. And I use that for long exposure photography. And long exposure meaning I track on a star for auto guiding, and I could go anywhere from 10 minutes to 40 minutes on a single star and get pinpoint images. I did put some of the images on my website, and then of course you can see it. It's at elliot-astronomy.com, and you can look there, and also on Facebook too, either one. But I do long exposure photography when the moon is not out. But of course the moon is out tonight. It's going to be rising, should be actually out right about now to ruin havoc for certain stars. And then you'll be able to see that. And you can actually see some of the actual light down here, down where the Big Dipper is. And that's not where the moon is. So far so good. And we got this actually rolling. This is taking 60-second exposures on a consistent basis, one on top of the other. I'm still trying to figure out the top right of the actual angled lens is actually, it blurs it a little bit, and I'm still trying to figure that out. But that is okay. And I'm actually taking exposures as we go along. And yes, I am sitting outside right now, and there's a motorcycle driving right by. Actually, there's about 5 motorcycles driving by. So I am actually sitting outside, and it is beautiful outside. Absolutely gorgeous out. I would say it's about 65 degrees outside Fahrenheit. Looks like there's some clouds in the south, but other than that, it is gorgeous out. Again, make sure you message. I have this all up. You know, Ray Clays 2 is saying great setup, and it is a great setup. It is really, really good. And Dagger Spells says awesome, and it is awesome. It really is. I love coming out here in the middle of the night and just relaxing and just looking up at the stars. Where I am is in the red zone for the Bortle scale, and that is light pollution. That is how much light is in your atmosphere. So, where you actually stand. So, on my website, and it will actually show light pollution on there, and you can actually type in your address and actually show where you are. White is inner city. That's 2,700% above natural brightness. Natural brightness is no lights around at all. That's like what P&K Space Imaging was talking about last night, going out to New Mexico, Arizona. That is 0 natural brightness. That is like if you were to look up, the Milky Way would cast a shadow. That's how amazing it is. Where I'm at, I'm in the red zone. That's one step below inner city. That is pretty bad. It's not the greatest in the world, but you got to make do with what you got. If I were to go about 4 or 5 miles north, I get into the orange, which is one step above that. Next after that would come yellow, then green, then blue, gray, and black. Black is where you want to be for the Bortle scale. That is 0%, well, less than 1%. In September, I will be heading to Cherry Springs. That's a dark sky park near Coudersport, Pennsylvania, for the Black Forest Star Party. And that is September 7th through September 9th. So that'll be really fun. I try to go there at least once a year. I've been going there since 2012. And it is a dedicated star party that they hold twice a year, once in June and then again in September. And they actually call it the Cherry Springs Star Party. You would actually go to bfsp.com, and that will actually take you right to the website, and you can actually register if you want to go to the Star Party. And I think they accept 475 people, and then they close registration. And the last time I checked, registration is still open. And if the skies are clear, Bortle scale for that is blue, which is just above gray. You're looking at about 30% above natural artificial brightness. And I want to know where I'm from. I'm from Western New York. Not too far from Niagara Falls, right near the Canadian border. So I'm about 10 miles or so away from Niagara Falls. So not too far. But yes, I do go to Canada once in a while, and I do go to the falls. It's a wonder of the world. Can't go wrong with that. So I'm going to put on some music, so that way you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sky. Hopefully there's going to be no clouds. Hopefully there's going to be not much going on. But I'm going to put on some music and just enjoy the show.
sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, won't you let the light shine through? In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for
Okay. Just turned down the music a little bit there. Well, I want everybody to know that the ISS is going to be coming through, and I can actually see it right now. I don't know if it's going to show up on there. It looks like it did. I could see the ISS right with my naked eye. It is going right below Cassiopeia. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it. Let me take a look and see. Yes. Yes, we have it in view. And if you look carefully, you'll see it right above where you see Cassiopeia. The word, there is a line that is going right through above Cassiopeia. That is the ISS. The ISS is making its... There it is, right there. You can definitely see it right there, right above Cassiopeia. And that is the ISS. As it makes its way around the world. And you can see it there, which is super awesome. And by the way, I'm actually capturing each frame individually, so then you'll be able to see it. Figured I'd just come on just before, because I was checking my phone and I saw it, and I was like, oh, gotta get it. That was the ISS. Never know what you're gonna find, never know what you're gonna get. Super awesome.
close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
And I'm back. Just wanted to let everybody know that about the ISS that just went through earlier. If you didn't catch it before, it was at the 10 o'clock, 10:40 p.m. And you can always rewind it back, and you can check it out there. Again, it was right above where the word Cassiopeia showed up on the screen, and you can actually look at it and actually watch it go right across. That was super cool. I also want to let you guys know that in about 20 minutes, 25 minutes or so, at 11:18, there will be an iridium flare. I don't know if anybody is aware of what that is. That is actually going to be at 11:18 p.m. And where that's going to be is where you see the word Cassiopeia. It's actually going to be right below that, right at the bottom right-hand corner. At 11:18, it will be an iridium flare. And what that just means is the satellite hits exactly where the sun is, and it actually brightens up for about 1.5 to 2 seconds, and it looks really, really cool. So you'll be able to see it. This sucker is going to be bright. At its absolute peak, it's called Iridium 59 Plus. And the specs on that is at its absolute brightest will be negative 3.5 magnitude. The distance on that is 1,676 kilometers. So that is the distance of it. If you're tracking at home, if you actually have a telescope at home and with an equatorial mount, I have longitude and latitude. That will be at 64 degrees, 56 minutes, and 36.2 seconds. Latitude is 51 degrees, 16 minutes, and 40.9 seconds in latitude. Altitude is 785 kilometers, and velocity is 7.4 kilometers per second. So it's trucking. It's moving. So it's going to be coming up real soon. So super excited. It's going to show up. It's going to be a little bright little line, pretty much. You're going to see nothing, see nothing, see nothing, and boom, there it is. And then it goes away. So at 11:18, the exact time with seconds, you're looking at, it's going to get super bright at about 11:17 and 53 seconds. And by the time the clock hits 11:18, it'll already be gone. So we got about 20 minutes. I'll turn the music back on, and just before it comes on, I will be back. Okay. We are just a mere 7 minutes away, and we're still running exposures on there. Welcome, everyone. And we are still shooting. We're still getting the night sky out here from western New York. As we got the wonderful 180-degree lens. And we got the Big Dipper on the left, Polaris front and center, and Cassiopeia on the right. And I'm still shooting. I'm still getting images. And what I'm going to do is, tonight, later on, is I'm going to put them all in, and I'm going to do star trails. And you're going to be able to see Polaris and Cassiopeia do the dance around Polaris. And if you look carefully, you'll actually be able to see the Little Dipper. If you look at Polaris, you can actually follow the cup going up, and then there's two stars that are vertical and create a little upside down cup. You can always think of as the Little Dipper pouring into the Big Dipper, which is kind of cool. So you can actually see the Little Dipper right there. In Cassiopeia, the constellation, it looks like a W. More motorcycles. Because I am outside right now currently. Again, the temperature is about 60 out. There is some haze. You can actually tell looking at the picture. It's not as clear as it was earlier. There is some haze around. But still, I'll take this over a rainy, cloudy night any day, especially what P&K Space Imaging had last night. That was atrocious. That was pretty bad. And I'm also looking here at Skywatcher Gaming, and I see that they're streaming also. Love their streaming. Love it. As they got some great stars, looking super clear out there. It is super awesome. Just playing around with the Canon camera also in the background. Really can't do much with it right now. Just taking some wonderful 5-minute exposures of just stars. Not getting much. But just having a great time. Got the stream up and running for the first time. Looks great. Last night I was running at 480p and it looked garbly and the sound wasn't all that great, but found a microphone this morning. And it's working out pretty good, and every day I'm going to keep adding things and keep doing what I got to do to make this better. We are just a mere 4 minutes away. So 4 more exposures and it should show up right below Cassiopeia, right where that mark is. But it should be bright enough because the magnitude again is negative 3.5. Polaris is the brightest one out of this bunch, and that is at +1. So this thing's going to be bright. Probably just as bright as what the ISS was below the screen. So we should be good. It should be able to show it right through the clouds. So you're going to stick with me here until the iridium flare comes right through the bottom of the screen. If you look carefully, you'll be able to see the W, and there should be a star at the bottom right of the screen. That's why I moved the progress bar over to the left, so that way you'll be able to see it on the right-hand side. Again, it's only going to be about 9 seconds. So it won't be exactly at 11:18. It'll be just a tiny bit after that, and you'll be able to see it, because I am shooting 60-second exposures, and it's going right along. The reason why there is light on the bottom left hand of the screen is because, well, there is light at the street. There's not much I can do. I can't block out all the light. So I am not at a dark sky site, unfortunately. Yeah, you just gotta take with what you get. So We got about 2.5 minutes. I did put the clock up at the top left so that way you get live time. And of course the date. And I'll be adding more things as we go along. Just want to know how everybody's doing out there tonight. As I got the live chat up. So if anybody wants to talk, anybody wants to ask questions, by all means, they most certainly can, and I can get back to them right away as I have the chat here. Just enjoying the wonderful night. Have my drink here. Sitting in my nice comfy chair outside. And of course watching the other streams too at the same time. I will watch both P&K Space Imaging and also this, I think it was Take Back Space is the other one, and then also Skywatcher Gaming. Because when it's cloudy here, I cannot get enough astronomy. Love it. I will stare at a computer screen and watch space all day long if I had a chance to. Because it is so much fun. I absolutely love it. It will not be in this frame. So when this one comes up, it's not going to show up on this frame. As I am tracking this on my phone right now. And I will tell you exactly when this thing is going to get bright. I'm actually going to look for it in the sky too at the same time. And see if I can actually see it with my naked eye. And you should be able to at negative 3.5. It might be just bright enough. You may be able to see it. Dark sky sight, you would definitely see it. But it's starting to get brighter now. And it's going to be on this one here. So get ready. I'm just going to wait for this exposure to finish. There it is, I see it. Alright, I'm going to zoom this in so this way everybody will be able to see it. It's faint, but you'll see it. So I'm going to zoom in. So this way you'll actually see it on the screen. There it is, right there. This little line that you see there, that's it right there. I'll move Cassiopeia out of the way. That's the iridium flare right there. So when it actually moves, it'll actually go right across the actual screen. But that's it right there. So you can see how it actually progresses, gets a little bit brighter, gets a little bit brighter, and on the next frame, it will actually move and go right across. But that's it right there. How cool is that? Because there's a bright star right there. I knew it was going to go right above that bright star and be just right into view. That bright star, and I'm going to tell you exactly what's the name of that star is here. 1 second here. The name of that bright star is Almach. That's that bright star there. And this other bright star right there, that's Mirfak. So it actually moved right across the actual screen, which is super awesome. And it's gone because it was that fast. Because it came in and it went out. Just like that. But I got it. And that's all that counts. How amazing is that? I got a 3.5 and I got it. It wasn't perfect, wasn't beautiful. There is murk and there is yuckiness through that area right there, but God, I love space astronomy apps. It is just so much fun at the fact that you can find stuff and you can nail it dead on. That was pretty awesome. It knew exactly what it was going to be, the time, and where to look for. What I'm using to find that stuff is called Sky Safari 4, and then you can get that from an iOS, or you can do through your Android through the marketplace. So Apple Store, the App Store, or you can go through the Android marketplace. Super cheap, so you can definitely check it out. It is on my website where you can actually just use your phone and actually go right to the actual download screen. You can click it and then it'll take you right there and you go through it. I do not know if they have a free app to try it out, a demo. I don't know, but I do have them up. So you can definitely take a look and try it out. I use it for everything. You can go backwards in time, forward in time, and you can take a look to see what's coming up. If you're wondering, like on a clear night, oh, what's going to be out in my area, you can type in your location, go exactly where you want to see, and then boom, you can see exactly what you want. Planets, you can see everything. Matter of fact, I can't even freaking see Jupiter or Mars or anything. It is starting to get really murky in the south. So probably gonna be on for about another 20 minutes or so, just keeping it on, and then I'll just call it a night. I'll take a look and see if there's any more flares or anything that's going to be passing by. Pretty quiet night. No real planes, no satellites, really nothing going on, but I will keep an eye out for it. So if there's anything, message me. I'll be here. Got not much going on right now, so let's crank up the sound.
Feel me like a Hellcat. Like a Hellcat. Like a Hellcat.
Da 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 da.
Like a Hellcat. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
Well, it seems like the internet is starting to crap out on me here. It's not looking good on YouTube's side. Trying to figure it out. It was going well before, and now now it's saying it's good now. It wasn't saying good before, and it was running really slow before, but now it is back up and running it's still choppy. Still very choppy, but I think we're back. It's just a little off, but just wanted to come back on and talk about wonderful stars of what we got going on. And there's not much really. Oops, almost knocked that over. Just looking at the south, there is a lot of haze, and you could start to. I can't even. Looking at this now, I can't even really see the stars anymore. Just the brightest ones. Polaris is pretty much gone out of eyesight. Yeah, you barely see it. There's just so much haze out there. Not clouds, but haze. So, probably just a little bit longer. Not too much. Might cut it short because there's just not much. The moon is out, but let me move here. Let's see. Turn around. Yeah, the moon is behind me, and it's still there, so And looking at that, Jupiter is pretty much gone. Saturn, you can barely see in the sky. It's there. South is pretty much wasted. So not much more I can really do. But I definitely want to thank everyone for the people that have joined or have come in and come out. Definitely a great night. We got to see the ISS, got to see the Iridium Flare. That was pretty cool. Not as bright as I thought it was going to be, but then again, one, it's low in the horizon. Two, there was murky, yucky haze, and you could definitely see the haze. It is there. It's definitely not the greatest in the world, but it is there. And even just the lightest bit of haze can cause havoc in an image, and I can actually see it. It's wispy. It's there, and then in the bottom left of the screen, you can see there's massive clouds coming through. So, yeah, not too bad. Did catch it. I mean, out of a 60-second image, 9 seconds is just going to be a tiny little line, and that's exactly what it was. It was just a little line. That's all it was. So, again, I'm going to stay on for just a little bit longer. I mean, we're about an hour. Hour and 10 minutes or so. Don't want to keep everybody too late. I know that with a couple other streams, you could be out there for 2, 3, maybe even 4 hours. But then again, I also want to see if I can get a wonderful shooting star. But with the clouds and everything, I might not be able to get much. Because I don't see much. Let me take a look at... I'm looking at the Canon camera. As I was taking just short exposures, and there's really not much to really look at. So, not much. So again, I'll be out here for just about another 15 minutes or so. If you have any questions, just want to talk, want to chat, by all means, send me a message. I will be here. Talk to everybody in a little bit.
changes.
Life.
welcome back. Just going to take a couple more frames, and we are going to call it a night. As looking at the haze, some of the stars are starting to get a little washed out. I was hoping for a crystal clear night. Does not look like it at all. So I want to get one or two more, and then I want to create a video. I've probably taken about 150 of these, so should be able to get something like a motion video or something, and I could have that. Ooh, pardon me, excuse me, I got the hiccups. Should have that up by tomorrow. But yeah, I just want to thank everybody for hanging out. A little bit of a hangout party, which is always good. You know, next time it's going to be clear. I have no idea, because you could never guess the weather. They'll tell you, oh, it's going to be clear. It's clear all day. And then as soon as the sun sets, clouds come in. So I don't know. I'm going to keep everybody posted. You know, you go on Facebook, check my website, make sure you subscribe, hit that thumbs up, make sure you're sharing. I'm going to definitely tell everybody about P&K Space Imaging. I'm going to tell everybody about, I think it's Sky Gaming, or Sky, I'm going to pull it up. I can't remember off the top of my head. What's the name of it again? Having a brain fart. Well, those Take Back Space TV is the other one. And then the other one is Skywatcher Gaming. That's what it's called. Skywatcher Gaming, that's Bill. So definitely check him out, as he does the all sky image just like myself. He does real time, which is really cool. So definitely subscribe to his channel. Again, it's called Skywatcher Gaming. Make sure you put the space there, so it's Skywatcher Space Gaming. And then, of course, the other one is P&K Space Imaging. And then there's also Take Back Space TV. And I will put the links in the description when we're done here, along with the music that was played throughout the night for the last 2 hours, about an hour and a half to almost 2 hours. So everything will all be on there. You know, thank you for all the patience for all the people. The last 2 nights have been a test in progress. As I always say, if there's something new, just keep adding it and just keep going. You know, the beginning was a little rough, but we're making it work. We are making it work. And Starseed, I am doing great. I see that you asked me how I'm doing. I'm doing awesome. And Ray Clay 2, great stream. It is a great stream. We're gonna work on it. We got a little bit of things. The beginning was rough. It was really bad. There was a lot of lagging. It was a lot of buffering. It was really bad. But I plan on adding a few things. I have the 80mm refractor. It's a chromatic, not apochromatic, but it's a chromatic, and I could hook that up to here. And when it starts to become a crescent moon, I'll be able to start getting craters. Because right now, not so good. Not so good. You know, because when you get a crescent moon, you can get all the craters, the shadows, and everything. So I'll be able to crank that up. I got planetary cameras. I got NextImage 5. I have another T7. I have other webcams that I can use. So I got a few things. I could definitely crank it up. And then, of course, when the moon is actually down, then we're going to go long exposure. Then the fun really begins. Because then I'll bust out the home setup. And then I'll ask everybody out there how many minutes, what object. We could do hydrogen alpha. I have a hydrogen alpha filter. I have a CCD camera. And we could go anywhere from 10 to 40-minute exposures. And we could stack it and see how it is, and just go from there. It's a great mount. It's on a wheelie bar. Just wheel it out, set it up, and just go. So I'm going to end this session. Again, thank you, Ray Clay, too. Thank you, Starseed. There's a few other people I see that has jumped in and out. which is great. And I will talk to everybody on the next clear night. Have a great night. Bye.